Have you ever wondered what the ancient Egyptians believed about the afterlife? If you have, then you're not alone. For centuries, scholars and enthusiasts alike have been mesmerized by the Egyptians' complex and nuanced understanding of life after death. One of the most intriguing artifacts that shed light on these beliefs is the Egyptian Book of the Dead. But don't let the name mislead you. It's not a book in the traditional sense, but rather a collection of spells, prayers, and instructions designed to guide the departed through the perils and pitfalls of the afterlife. Its origins can be traced back to much older texts, the pyramid texts and coffin texts, which were inscribed on the walls of pyramids and coffins, serving as the first iterations of this guidebook for the deceased. The Book of the Dead was a guide to the great beyond, a survival manual for the soul, if you will. The Book of the Dead emerged around 1550 BCE, evolving from the earlier coffin texts and pyramid texts. The pyramid texts, inscribed in the burial chambers of pharaohs during the Old Kingdom period, were the earliest known religious texts in ancient Egypt. These texts were designed to secure the pharaoh's divine status and ensure his successful passage to the afterlife. As we transition to the Middle Kingdom, we encounter the coffin texts. These were more democratized, appearing on coffins of non-royal Egyptians. They incorporated spells and rituals to aid the deceased on their journey to the afterlife. Now let's delve into the New Kingdom, a period of prosperity and power for ancient Egypt. This era saw the emergence of the Book of the Dead, a collection of funerary texts which encapsulated the knowledge one needed to navigate the afterlife successfully. The Book of the Dead was not a single canonical book, but rather a compilation of spells and prayers customized to the individual's preferences and means. This personalization marked a significant democratization in the beliefs about the afterlife. It was no longer a privilege of the pharaohs and the elite, but accessible to anyone who could afford their own customized papyrus roll. The shift from stone to papyrus was a game changer. It was easier to produce, transport, and personalize. The texts were now written in hieratic script, a cursive form of hieroglyphics allowing for quicker and simpler writing. The Book of the Dead was not just a guide to the afterlife, it was a reflection of the societal shifts happening in ancient Egypt, where the spiritual realm became more accessible, and the divine was no longer reserved for the royalty. The Book of the Dead marked a pivotal shift in ancient Egyptian beliefs about the afterlife, making it accessible to all. What does the Book of the Dead contain? Let's delve into its cryptic pages. The Book of the Dead is an intriguing collection of spells, prayers, and rituals, each meticulously crafted to guide the deceased through the afterlife. It's a fascinating blend of theology, magic, and practical advice, all aimed at ensuring a successful journey to the eternal realm. Let's start with the spells. The Book of the Dead is filled with them, over 200 in total. These spells are fascinating, ranging from practical instructions, such as how to transform into a divine hawk, to complex incantations designed to ward off hostile creatures in the afterlife. Then there are the prayers, beautiful expressions of piety and hope. They beseech the gods for protection, guidance, and even forgiveness. These prayers are not only poetic but also deeply revealing, providing insight into the hopes, fears, and beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. And of course, we can't forget the rituals, the backbone of the Book of the Dead. These rituals, often complex and intricate, govern the interactions between the deceased and the divine. The most significant among them is the weighing of the heart ceremony. This ritual is a sort of divine judgment, where the heart of the deceased is weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth. If the heart is lighter, the deceased is granted entry into the afterlife. The journey through the Duat, the Egyptian underworld, is another critical aspect of the Book of the Dead. This perilous journey, fraught with dangers and obstacles, is vividly described, providing a fascinating look into the Egyptian conception of the afterlife. Finally, the Book of the Dead is also a visual masterpiece. Its pages are adorned with beautifully detailed vignettes, each a work of art in its own right. These illustrations, often depicting gods, humans, and mythological creatures, are not just decorative, but also serve as visual aids, helping the deceased navigate the complexities of the afterlife. The Book of the Dead was not just a guide, but also a work of art filled with beautifully detailed illustrations. The Book of the Dead has left a lasting legacy, influencing our understanding of ancient Egyptian culture and beliefs. This collection of spells, prayers, and incantations has shaped our perception of the ancient Egyptians, their afterlife beliefs, and their intricate rituals. It's through this book we've unraveled the mysteries of their spiritual world, their gods, and their conception of the eternal soul. This ancient manuscript has not only influenced academic understanding, but has also left an indelible mark on popular culture. It has inspired countless works of literature, from fantasy novels to historical fictions, and has been the premise of many a blockbuster. Films, television series, even video games have borrowed elements from the Book of the Dead, its mysteries adding a touch of the exotic and the arcane to their narratives. The Book of the Dead continues to fascinate and intrigue, a testament to the enduring allure of ancient Egypt. So, what have we learned from our journey through the Book of the Dead? We've unraveled the enigma of the dead and delved into the origins of this fascinating text. Born from the ancient Egyptian belief in life after death, the Book of the Dead finds its roots in a civilization rich in mythology and spirituality. We've explored its content, a collection of spells and instructions designed to guide the deceased through the afterlife, a testament to the Egyptians' meticulous preparation for the journey beyond death. We've also touched upon its enduring legacy. Despite the passage of millennia, the Book of the Dead continues to captivate us, offering invaluable insights into the ancient Egyptian worldview. The Egyptian Book of the Dead serves as a window into the ancient world, revealing the beliefs and hopes of a civilization long gone, but not forgotten. If you've enjoyed this journey, please subscribe for more intriguing explorations into the annals of history.